We welcome you here to Holy Cross College here on the Regional Radio Sports Network, live from Notre Dame, Indiana. We thank you so much for tuning in for Holy Cross Men's Soccer Media Day. I know for myself, a personal privilege to get to come here and broadcast both soccer and basketball. And you can check out all Holy Cross College events on our website at rrsn.com and on our Facebook as well. Our third player here, we got Gabe Nyenka, the 5'9" senior forward for you here. And Gabe, I tell you what, we talked to Martin and we've talked to Kamoy already, and just what a special season it was. And this being your fourth year, you've been a part of that whole process. And Omar Gallo, you can't give him enough credit and getting the recognition that he absolutely rightfully deserved of winning CCAC Coach of the Year. Just tell us a little bit about your experience during your time here with the Saints. Again, you got one more year, so I know you want to continue to add some hardware here for the Saints. Just tell us a little bit about when you first came on campus to where you're at now, what that journey has been like for you.
Well, it's been a very, very long journey. Like Coach always says about trusting the process. I mean, it's been a long way since I came here 2020. I came in kind of COVID year, so my first year was kind of a little bit weird. You train all summer. You want to come in fit because you're a freshman. You want to show a good impression. And you come in and then season get canceled. So all the work you did, not in vain, but kind of, you wish you would have played. But we was grateful to get the opportunity to play in the spring. So that was really good for us. And just building on that from my first year and up to now, one thing I would say that really changed and make this program a success is the culture. It wasn't really about the players we had. I feel like we always had good players. But just changing the culture, having everybody kind of like be around and accept and buy into the culture you have. So everybody can be on the same page, and just off the field stuff and how you interact with other people, just the culture in general we built here. I think that's the biggest part to our success.
One thing that I love seeing with Omar Gallo, one mantra that he uses is, why not us? And I just really like that because it really is kind of that underdog mentality. And especially with last year, kind of got off to an okay start. And then October, that was a really special month, either tying or getting wins. And again, the one that, and I talked to Kamoy about this as well, was that one against ONU where you guys really were in control. In the end, they just got the other goal that tied things up and then took them all the way to double overtime at their place in Bourbonnais. Not many teams in the CCAC can do that. So came up just a little short in that regard. But just tell us a little bit as you reflect back on those two games against the Tigers. What are some of the improvements that the Saints have made, both for you individually and the team as a whole, from seeing a couple scrimmages, from seeing some off-season workouts that the Saints have made to really take it to that next level and really continue to threaten those top-tier teams like Olivet Nazarene?
Yeah, like Omar previously said, it was good to have that competing against the best team in the conference. They ended up winning the conference and also the 20 as well. Mm-hmm. So it was good competing with those guys. We came too short, but that's what we've been building on this year since we came to camp. Most importantly, staying fit. So maybe if it's come to overtime, maybe we're making that extra run that we didn't do before. So we're not getting scored on, and we're keeping up to hold on and win 1-0. But just building off that, if we work hard, last year you got to work harder than what you worked last year. So we're just building off that and trying to do the extra mile, the extra sprint, the extra little step, the extra little talk. So we get that 1-0 win, which would be very crucial in our season this year.
When you take a look at just your process from coming from Liberia here to the States, I mean, again, the growth that you yourself have made in order to get to where you're at and help lead that success for the team is great. So just tell us a little bit about some of the people in your life, whether it was here at Holy Cross or even before Holy Cross, that have really kind of helped shape who you are today, both as a soccer player but even as a man as well.
Oh, a lot of people have helped me. Just thinking about it, it's funny that it's kind of through soccer as well that a lot of people have helped me grow. First, big shout out to my cousin, Ralph Turner. When I first came, he was kind of the one that kind of got me into soccer. I mean, I didn't play for 3 years, about 3 years when I was here. So he kind of like got me into it about my sophomore year when I started playing high school. He was the one that took me places. And then big shout out to my youth coaches as well, Mo and Tony. I'm really grateful to those guys. And they play a big part in my family now. They're my family. It's not only about soccer now. Any decision I make, they have to get the yes before my parents say, okay, yes. Anything I ask my parents for about soccer, they're like, okay, what did Mo and Tony say about this thing? So they're a very big part of my life in general. I talk to them. Any decision I got to make, any big decision. So they play a really big part in my life. And then, obviously, especially Coach Gatto. Like I say, he's kind of like my angel. He just got sent for me on this earth. I'm always grateful to him. It doesn't even have anything to do about soccer. Just life in general, just the person he is. Anything you need, you go to him as his advisor. Anything, just a great person to be around. So I think those are the people in my life, and obviously my family that's always been there for me as well. So got to be grateful for that.
And we're one of the 12 returners that are on this team, but you've also got a lot of newcomers as well, 10 by my count, that are on this team. When you take a look at some of those newcomers, because their number one thing probably that you told them, that Kamoy or Martin told them as well, is, hey, we accomplished a lot last year, and our goal right away is to implement them into the system and get right away, because we want to keep that success from a team perspective. So who are a couple of the newcomers that you've been impressed with at this point that you think are really going to help the Saints go to that next level?
To be honest, I think I'm really impressed with everybody that came in. Big shout out to Coach. He goes out do the recruiting. So all the guys that come here are ready to go. They're all ready to go. We're just trying to get them immersed into the culture. The culture of every single day you come to training, you have to give your 100% to win a championship, to win games. What we did last year doesn't guarantee you're going to win anything this year. So what we did last year was good, but now it's the time to build on that. So that's every day you come to training, you're working hard, you put in the work, and the guys that came in are ready.
So I got the schedule right here for you, Gabe. I want you to take a look at this right here, and I want you to tell, when you see the schedule, you're going to take a pen or pencil and you're going to circle, like, that's the team that we absolutely have to be. When you take a look on here, which team do you absolutely want to make sure that you beat in your final run here in a Saints uniform?
Oh, I want to circle all of them. I really do want to circle all of them, but I'm a little bit sad that Cardinal Scritch is not on here. I'm a little bit sad, because I have a thing that I want to beat every team that is in this conference. So that was one of the teams that was on my list, one of the really good things that was on my list. But it's sad I'm not going to get a chance to play them again, but I wish they was here. But I still see Olivet over here. We tied to them, and they beat us in extra time, which ended our season. So it's a bit of revenge going into that game as well. So that's a game. If I had to circle a game on here, I would take that as well. And obviously playing Notre Dame this week coming up is a really big game for us as well, and we're getting ready for that.
Absolutely. Now, Gabe, the great part about sports, as someone who also played at the NAI level, is you learn so much about yourself. And in terms of the soccer experience you've had, obviously from the educational perspective here at Holy Cross, when you look back during your time here, whether in the classroom or on the field, what's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself from being a part of this program? And what's the biggest thing that you've learned that you're going to take with you as you get ready for the next phase in your life?
Oh, one big thing I would say is discipline and trust in the process, and knowing that success is going to take a while and you have to be patient. But then while you're doing the patience, you can not work hard. So you got to work hard even when you're not seeing the results right away, and knowing that it's going to come. So I've been here. This is going to be my 4th year. It took us 3 years to get into double digits wins. So that's kind of like what we're talking about when we say patience and trust in the process. So I think that's something I would take with me for the rest of my life when I get out of here.
And Gabe, finally, I'm going to give you just like what I did with Martin and Kamoy. Gabe Nyenka and the Holy Cross Saints are going to have another successful season if blank happens, fill in the blank.
We're going to have a great season if I think the boys come together and how we react to situations. So how do we react when we're winning? How do we react when we're losing? How do we react when we're undefeated? How do we react when we haven't won a game in three games, 4 games, 5 games? How do we react when it's second overtime, maybe against Olivet again, and we're winning or we're losing? How do we react to the situation? And I think if we react in the right way, in a positive way, in a way that's encouraging, in a way that's working harder than what we did anymore, I think we have great stuff ahead for us.
Gabe, always a pleasure. Can't wait to see you on the pitch, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, Gabe Nyenka, and you can check out this interview as well as all of our interviews from Holy Cross Bethel and IU South Bend on our website at rrsn.com and on our YouTube channel as well. So be sure that you check out all of these interviews. We thank you for tuning in for Holy Cross College Men's Soccer Media Day from here on the campus of Holy Cross College, home of the Saints here in Notre Dame, Indiana. My name is Tanner Camp, and we appreciate you tuning in here for Holy Cross Men's Soccer Media Day on the Regional Radio Sports Network.